interesting contest tonight.
And Chauncey, who's a sophomore, one of her daughters that's playing is averaging 23 points and 15 rebounds.
Right, I noticed that. I was like 15
That
boards.
is a pretty good night's work.
Yeah.
So she's doing, and she's only a sophomore, and she's 6'2". So that,
sophomore.
yeah, she's only a sophomore. Then Marley Dixon, she's 5'6", and she's 7th grader. She's on the team. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be, it's almost like the Dixons against Citronelle.
It kind of is, as we're going to find out. They're finishing up the national anthem on the campus right now. We're live inside of MCPSS Sports Central, and the action is going to come to you from the campus of Citronelle High School. So an interesting matchup, like I said in the intro. Leroy beat Citronelle back in December, and so they're looking to sweep the Wildcats this season, and that'd be a nice feather in their cap, beating a 5-18 twice in 1 year.
I think that was a 12-point game. So he said it was 10 or 12-point game, but the bottom line is they're playing really well, and they're getting better and better and better.
They really are. So we'll be getting that starting lineup for you here shortly, bringing you the action. It'll be myself and Coach Ronnie Arrow, Leroy versus Citronelle. I think they're wrapping up the anthem right here, so we're going to get up that starting lineup for the game tonight. The ladies up first, the guys coming next. You talked about it right there. Number 3, Chauncey Dixon. That is the coach's daughter, along with another sister she has on the team. She's not starting, Marley Dixon, but Ellie Reed, Mariah Barnes, Michaela Payne, Kaylee Weaver starting for Leroy. And for Citronelle, Tashiana Moody, Emma Weaver, Courtney Roberts, Kristen Davis, and Keely Bohannon get the start tonight. Leading scorer for Citronelle for them is Tashiana Moody at 5.7 points per game. But, Coach, they're going to need some work tonight against these Leroy Lady Bears.
They are. They don't have any girls that are averaging in double figures.
Correct,
None.
correct.
And, again, like I said, they're only averaging 32, 33 points a game. So it's going to be imperative. If they're going to win their first game this year, they're going to have to slow the ball down. They're going to have to take care of the ball. And they're going to have to put the ball in the hole, which they haven't been doing.
They're going to have to do that up to this point. The Citronelle Wildcats were being coached by Marlon Johnston, who's also the boys basketball coach, and assisting him was Coach Carol Turner. As I said in my intro, she coached at Citronelle before and some other places around, but came back to Citronelle, and he asked her to kind of help out at the top of the season. So she's been on the staff assisting, but as of this past Friday, she's now taking the reins as the head coach once again.
Well, she knows the girls. She's been around, so hopefully they'll respond to her. And,
Correct.
you know, it's still somewhat of a young season. If they can turn it around just a little bit and be able to bring the girls back for next year.
Sure will. So we are moments away from tip-off, and they had the anthem on campus. And you can take a look at our 3 officials right there getting ready to tip the ball off. We've had our starting lineup, so we're about to bring you the action right up there on Highway 45, Leroy and Citronelle. Don't forget, after this game, we'll take a slight break and then bring you the boys in action as well. So you always get a double dip right here for the MCPSS High School basketball game of the week.
Girls and guys, we're going to bring them both to you every week. And we want everybody, if you can't make these games, to tune in to us and listen and watch the games that we're going to be doing.
Looks like Chauncey Dixon is going to be tipping it off. And if you noticed in that starting lineup, all the Leroy players are listed as guards. And that's how Coach Barnes-Dixon gave it to us. So we pretty much play all guards. Some of the girls will play down low. Nice, quick interior pass right there to Michaela Payne. And the Lady Bears on the board.
On the board, the very first time they go into Chauncey inside, throw it into her, she throws it out for a quick layup.
And it looks like Chauncey Dixon with another
steal
and a bucket for her. She had an assist on the previous play, and you're right, Coach. Once they get in the bucket, they're going right back at it.
And they're going to do it 94 feet. They're not going to fall back. Now, if it gets out of hand, they'll probably fall back, but their basic game plan is to pressure, pressure, pressure.
Long shot right there by Kaylee Weaver. Rims out. Dixon with the rebound, throws it back up, and I think we have traveling on the play, a turnover to the Lady Wildcats.
And Chauncey Dixon, just about every time down the court, she's got her hands on the ball. If they're not throwing it into her, then she's going to get it off the boards.
Moody is stripped, the ball is stolen, turnover, and back to Citronelle. So back-to-back turnovers right quick. And Coach, I'm sorry, that could be a trifecta. It's back to Leroy.
Yeah.
You may need some extra lead in your pencil now.
Yeah, these turnovers are going to start adding up real quick.
That was 3 back-to-back-to-back in a row right there in that last sequence. Michaela Payne running point, and she moves the ball across the court. The motion in the offense right here from Leroy.
Citronelle falling back into a 1-2-2 zone, which is primarily what they've been running all year long. Coach likes to fall back into that and get back in it, rebound out of it, and hopefully the other team's not hitting from outside.
Weaver tried to go up the lane. I believe she is fouled on the play.
Well, the ball's been down on Leroy's side just about the whole game. I think they've only got the ball down to Citronelle's side only 2 times.
That foul's going to be called, I believe, against Courtney Roberts, her first foul. No correction on Ellie Reed. That was an offensive foul.
Chris Lynn Davis was bringing the ball down the court, and they're still fast breaking, trying to score as quickly as they can.
And tie up on the floor, it's going to be Citronelle's basketball.
You know, as many times as the ball has touched Leroy's hands, you would think that they've scored more, and it's only 4-0.
Score is only 4-0. You're right about that, Coach Arrow. And a
Another
steal
turnover.
right there, almost stolen. I spoke too soon. Pushed out of bounds. So it's going to remain Citronelle's basketball.
Turnovers 6-2 right now. Citronelle being able to, they're just having a hard time getting the ball down the court.
Moody trying to inbound it. It was knocked out by Mariah Barnes, the 5'6" sophomore. They're going to switch up the inbounds person, bring in Kristen Davis to do it. And now Leroy kind of backs off. Let's see if Citronelle can actually set the offense up, Coach.
Yeah, now they're in a half-court trap. A nice break.
Ball blocked right there
By Chauncey.
Dixon. In the breakaway rebound, Kaylee Weaver. And she scores a quick bucket. 6-0 is our score. Citronelle looking for their first points of the contest.
Now they're back into a 1-2-2 trap.
That was a travel right there in front of our cameraman by Tashiana Moody. Another turnover. Coach L is going to get his pencil there.
Oh,
you did a good
I hate
job.
those things, man.
I know, I do.
When I coached, I hated them. I still hate them.
Whoa, surprise right there. Payne was not ready for the inbound pass. As Leroy is working it over, ball knocked out of bounds by Davis. It'll remain with the Lady Bears.
Number 15, Michaela Payne, she's bringing the ball down the court at the point guard spot. She's 6'1".
Wow.
Junior, so you know, for the future, to be able to be running the team outside, handling the ball,
right?
College coaches are going to like it.
Only one senior on this Leroy Lady Bears roster, and that is Kaylee Weaver.
Very good ball movement. Inside, throw out, another rebound.
And right there down low, Chauncey Dixon scores it.
She has her hands on the ball every time, whether it's on offense or defense.
Scores 8-0. Chloe Lynn, she checked in on that last play for Citronelle, and she gets an assist, and she gets it out to Tashiana Moody, and Moody drains the jumper for the Lady Wildcats on the board, Coach Al.
8-2. If they just hold on to the ball and get a couple stops, but Leroy, they're doing a really good job of ball movement. They need to flash somebody up to that high post. Drive
Weaver on the
baseline
move. Oh, and
score.
she gets the roll. The only senior on the squad at 5'3", as she scores. That's Chloe Lynn.
You can't pick that ball up against the press.
That cross-court pass just intercepted.
break. Oh.
Layup no good. They're going to call a foul right there on Emma Weaver. She went to block the shot.
I started to say, if they didn't call that foul, that one might have a bone showing.
Yeah, they got a lot of skin on that one.
Man.
Coach. That's going to send Michaela Payne to the line, shooting 2 shots.
Averaging She's averaging 11, almost 12 points a game with 6 rebounds.
This is the
free throws.
first. Young lady is a 5'9" junior.
I'm impressed with the size
I am too.
and the quickness that the big girls have for Leroy.
That's a lane violation called against Leroy. She made the shot, will not count. They're going to go the other way.
Here's that half-court 1-2-2 trap again. They went from a full-court 1-2-2 to a half-court 1-2-2.
And the second traveling call against Citronelle, so the trap and the pressure is working as they're causing turnover after turnover.
They've already got 9 turnovers
Yep.
with half of the first quarter gone.
And dribbles past the screen, trying to be set up by Dixon. And we have another tie-up on the floor. And I believe this time the ball will be awarded to Citronelle.
You know, I'm really impressed with Chauncey at 6'2", a sophomore, how well she moves. She's good size, and she's got good speed for that. She's really going to be a heck of a player.
Ball just stolen out of the hands of Moody. And the official saying Michaela Payne steps out of
the other
bounds.
way. They need to spread in that offense that they have. They can't get too tight. They need some space.
Shot up by Weaver. No good. Try to get that spacing like Coach Arrow said.
You know, when you're small, younger kids, everybody wants to come to the ball. As you get older, you have to be taught spacing. You don't want to be near the ball. You need to be coming to the ball, but not all the way to the ball.
Another traveling call against Citronelle. That one flagged on Heaven White. Another turnover. 10-2 is our score. 3:17 remaining here.
Well,
in the first quarter.
Coach Turner coming back, she's definitely going to have her work cut out for her, but she knew what she was getting into.
She did.
She said that the girls are working hard, their attitude is good. They've got a young bunch. If this bunch will just stay together, have a good summer, go to skill work, play AAU ball, all of these young ladies, all these young men, somewhere or another, has got to be doing skill work. They've got to be playing AAU ball.
Ball inbounded from Ellie Reed to Chauncey Dixon, and you know the result, another score. 12-2 is our score.
So you can't go all the way up and pick the ball up into a trap. They've got to have...
And right at the timeline there too, Coach,
Yeah.
just kind of turning your back. No one there to come to you to help you out.
The last place that you want the ball if you're being pressed on half court is the four corners.
That corner, yeah.
And that
Not
one,
the place to be.
She dribbled right to it and picked like that. You can't
And
dribble to that. You
stolen.
got to split them.
Shot by Leroy is no good. The layup doesn't go in. It is saved by Citronelle. Good hustle right there.
Brianna
by Heaven White.
Pipkin got the ball, went down court.
And turned over right again to Leroy. And they're in full control here in the first quarter. Working the ball over to Chauncey Dixon, the 6'3" sophomore, back down low. And nice backdoor pass right there over to Ellie Reed. Reed couldn't get it to drop, but she's still hustling as she gets the steal.
With all that size inside, it's best for her 5'5" not going too far in there.
Chloe Lynn tried to make a run for the basketball. It's knocked away. It'll remain with the Lady Wildcats, and we have a timeout on the floor being signaled by one of our officials. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout being called right here with Leroy on top. 12-2. Coach, as you described it in our open, they're pretty much pressing, scoring, keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, and you know it's 12-2 right now with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. The bottom line is that when you're a pressing team and you get ahead, you can't stop until the end of the game. That's your style of play. You're not running the score up. You've got to work. You got to work in a game what you work on all week in practice.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. They're definitely doing that.
And I'm sure towards the end of the game, if it continues to be this many points or more, then they'll probably go to half court, fall back 2-3 zone, or 1-3-1 zone.
We're going to resume play here.
Citronelle has the ball underneath their goal. Let's see if they can score, get a good shot.
What kind of play, Coach? Oh, her foot was out. Emma Sullivan was on the sideline, just out. She looked down and she was guilty, hand in the cookie jar.
Court awareness. You have to know where you are on the court.
Kayla Payne taking the turn, walks it up, throws it down low. Very easy down low. Dixon thought she was fouled. She looked over to the official.
Look at her getting up and running down the court. A lot of girls and guys, if something happens to them down there, they're jogging down the court. She got up and was busting her tail to get down the court.
Ellie Reed putting the pressure on Chloe Lynn. Reed is an 8th grader. And Leroy is a school that is a 1 through 12 school, Coach Allen, with it being 1A. So all of these young ladies are quite familiar with each other, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
7th, and there are some 7th graders and 8th graders we'll possibly see tonight on the court.
You know, as a
for
coach,
Leroy.
that's good because you can bring them up and learn your program at an early age.
Yep, it is truly a program there for the Bears and Leroy.
Get it out of that corner.
Lynn dribbling, wide open as she passes it to J.C. Rivers. Rivers can't complete the shot. And another tie up on the floor. I believe this will be awarded an alternating possession to Leroy, so it'll be Leroy's basketball. 62 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Al Weed and Coach Ronnie Arrow inside of MCPSS Sports Central. The action coming to you from Citronelle, Alabama. Leroy Earl on top. Coach, they could be up more than 10 right now. They've missed some shots and missed some opportunity.
Yeah, and they've turned the ball over 4 times themselves, which has hurt them. But they're working the ball. They're getting good shots. And a lot of those shots are right underneath the goal. Good percentage shots. Chauncey Dixon, when she gets the ball, something's going to happen. Is she going to score? She's going to get fouled, or both. Good hands by Chauncey.
Wide open at 3-point. She gives it up. As Reed throws it across court. I believe she's trying to get it to Dixon, and we have a foul on the play being called. Another offensive foul against Leroy.
You know, Coach Dixon has 8 kids. They have four girls, 4 guys, and the oldest son, I think he's the oldest son, just signed as the 1A Player of the Year lineman that's going to Georgia Tech.
Yeah, we'll be seeing him in the next ball game. He plays for the Leroy Bears. That's a 3 being put up and drained right there by Heaven White right before the end of the first quarter. So that could be a boost for the Lady Wildcats.
Only 7-point difference. They just need to keep hanging in there, play some defense.
On the move and right at the buzzer, Mariah Barnes with the lay-in. 14-5 is our score. Wrapping up the first quarter, a very quick first quarter. Leroy is on top. Second quarter action headed your way. Keep it right here. And he got the 3 and she did.
Are you looking for a way to become better individually? Then a junior officer's training corps may be what you're seeking. If you would like to develop self-reliance, learn ways to be more responsible, and improve your communication skills, you can do that and more when you register for the Junior Officers Training Corps. The JROTC program is available to all high school students in Mobile County. JROTC, we build a better you.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow. The action is coming to you from Citronelle High School, and right now Citronelle down 14-5 to Leroy in the girls' game.
You know, we were talking about how a family situation the Dixon team is with Coach Dixon being the head coach, but her husband, Willie, is the assistant coach.
Yeah, sure is. So it is truly a family
A
affair.
family affair, and
For the Dixon family.
he was a heck of a quarterback there at Leroy. Both of them played at Leroy.
So it is definitely a family affair. They keep it. I mean, it makes total sense. The community and the area right there in Leroy, right up on Highway 43. Ball stolen. Speaking of the Dixons, Chauncey Dixon drops it in. As we said, she averages 23.4 points per game.
I'm really impressed with the way she moves without the ball and with the ball.
Ball stolen again by Leroy. That's going to be a 3. No good, but Michaela Payne with the rebound.
They're very disciplined. If they don't get what they want, to bring the ball out. Nice drive and bucket.
Weaver stops, pops, and drops. The senior makes the bucket for Leroy. You can definitely see a clear height advantage on the screen, Coach Aaron, looking at this ball game. Another turnover, easy steal and score right there. Laid in by Leroy. Mariah Barnes. That's going to lead to a quick timeout being called by Coach Carol Turner of Citronelle. She wants a 30-second timeout right here. To find out all the latest news on what's happening in Mobile County Public Schools, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow, and of course, YouTube as well. Matter of fact, Coach Arrow, some people may be watching us on the YouTube stream tonight.
Yeah.
Or Facebook as well. So,
well, it's nice that we're on so many ways that you can watch us.
Correct.
There, if you can't be at these games, that's what this is all about. Being able to show the good players, the teams in this area. Whereas otherwise, you hear about teams, you hear about individuals, and you can't see them unless you're right there.
That is correct. So this is another way to showcase Mobile County Public Schools and the athletes that are involved, female and male, so especially during basketball season. Citronelle working the ball around, stolen by Leroy once again. Citronelle gets it back. They get a steal themselves and tipped out by Chauncey Dixon. The long hands of her just tipped the ball out. It'll remain with the Lady Wildcats here, down 15. The score is 20-5 here in the second quarter.
What, before she's finished, there's going to be a lot of schools in looking at Chauncey Dixon.
I agree with you on that, Coach Aaron. A traveling call against Leroy, so it's going to remain in Citronelle. I think that may be Leroy's first traveling call tonight.
Yeah.
You've seen a few of those against the Lady Wildcats.
It's 14-6 in turnovers. You don't want to be ahead in that category. Nice shot.
And banks it off the glass. Tashiana Moody drops it in for the Lady Wildcats. 20-7 is our score now.
Again, you take the turnovers away, it's a close game. Ball goes in.
This ball
Chauncey
remains
lost
here
that one.
for the Lady Bears, and they're going to inbound it in their own basket.
Even with that turnover, Chauncey put it down, going strong to the hole.
And they go right back to her, loses it. Mariah Barnes picks it up.
Need somebody at the top of that, at the free throw line against that zone so they can go high-low and get a nice shot there.
You can see as Weaver was driving to the goal, she brought in the Citronelle players as they commit the foul, their second team foul. Easy bucket right there for Chauncey Dixon off the glass. She makes it.
I think she's going to get her average tonight at 23.
You think so, Coach?
I think so. See, you can't dribble to the corners and pick the ball up without something bad happening. You either got to split that right there, or you got to throw it over those first two defenders.
Top on the floor. Going to go over to Leroy here.
Number 40, Brianna Price just checked in. She's a freshman.
And turned over to Citronelle. Leroy can't control it. See what the Lady Wildcats can do. We haven't really had a chance to see them actually kind of really sit up and run one good play. And as I say that, they get and roll swiped away by Chauncey Dixon. I may want to be quiet, Coach Arrow.
Yeah. Keely Bohannon broke
Man.
to the top of the free throw line, got the ball, reversed the ball. That caused to be able to get the shot that they got.
Rebound by Dixon. He's running it.
He's bringing the
Keep
ball down the
going.
court. She
Coast
does
to
everything.
coast. Oh,
at
Magic
that.
Johnson style. Coast to coast and scores an easy bucket for the 6'3" sophomore.
See, somebody's got to be in the middle of that trap.
And those passes are a bit high. They're not crisp either, Coach
Right.
Arrow. When you throw them high like that, it's up for grabs for anyone, especially with the long arms, the length that Leroy had. They can go up and just get the moon pie. It's no problem for
It's
them.
one thing to press, but it's another. The real good presses are the ones that are active with the hands on the ball, and that's exactly what Leroy is doing. They're not just going and trapping. They're very, very active after they trap.
Chauncey Dixon blocked that
Get
one right
somebody
into our
there.
camera guy. Matter of fact.
Number 15, Bohannon, when the ball is out front on that trap, she's starting to break to the middle. They need to look at her and feed her, but she's got to break hardest.
Right.
She's got to want the ball when she breaks to the top of the circle.
Traveling called against Brianna Price. She was a late addition to the roster. She had good position down low, but Coach, she started doing a keep it shuffle before she put the ball on the floor.
Yeah.
She's a freshman. She'll learn. She'll learn.
They need to just keep all these girls together. Coach Turner, she knows what she has, and I'm sure she'll get them in the gym.
They're going to call no basket. The foul's on the floor.
You know, Citronelle has 3 seniors, 4 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 3 ninth graders to build on.
They do.
Nice ball fake, nice drive, and put back in by
Up
Chauncey
in.
Dixon.
Dixon does it again, Coach.
She might get her average the first half.
There's the possibility.
Split that, get to the good.
Throws up the runner from Heaven White. Rebounded by Leroy.
Good pressure by Heaven White. She's going to the ball everywhere it is and putting nice pressure on. She's a ninth grader. Quick, very quick.
There's a 3.
Nice.
Haley Weaver almost tripped her own self up, but she drains the 3. Wow.
She got every ounce
She
of
is.
pounds that she has on her, and a steal.
And a steal. And look at Weaver with the quick feet. Shot no good from the elbow, but she's fouled on the play by a Citronelle player.
Yeah, I think they're going to get her for going over the back. She followed her shot and went over the back.
So this will be an offensive foul against Weaver. You're right. Citronelle's going to get the ball.
Hustle play, though. You know, you're going to get fouls. That's a good foul. It was all hustle play. Okay. For the young people that are watching, Sullivan is at the top of the circle when they're bringing the ball down for this half court. She's got to explode to the ball. She can't stay at the top of the circle and come relieve pressure for the ones that has the ball.
Citronelle trying to make something happen. Cannot. Once again, Leroy with the steal. They control it.
Setting the ball up, good for them. They didn't force it after they got the steal.
Approaching 3 minutes here in the second quarter, all controlled by
Look at
Leroy
Chauncey.
this game. Look
She's
at
out front.
She is, and drained right there by Kaylee Weaver. Weaver's got a nice shot, Coach Arrow. She's a 5'3" senior, but she's holding her own. The only senior on the
Only senior
squad.
on the squad.
Well, they have a quick senior night up there in Leroy this year. It won't take them too long.
Coach Dixon's going to be having some fun with that team in the next 2 years, and this year I really think they have a chance in their division to be able to go very far in state tournament. You just don't have that kind of size and kind of quickness on a lot of teams.
Yeah,
I don't care if you're 7A or 1A.
and they play in a 3-team area, actually in 1A region, one Bayside Academy is a part of it, but they don't field a basketball team, so it's Leroy, Fruitdale, and McIntosh are the 3 1A teams.
Oh,
High off the top of the backboard, but it goes to Leroy as Weaver's trying to work it inside.
Mariah Barnes shot that one from the wing and hit the uprights. So I don't think that was quite the shot that she thought it was.
I don't
gonna
believe
be.
that was supposed to happen that way, Coach. Yeah, I'm with you. So they lose the ball. On the loose ball, it'll be Citronelle taking over right here. 31-7 is our score. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow inside of MCPSS Sports Central.
2 minutes to go in the first half. 31-7, like Al said. They're getting better at their spacing on that half-court trap.
Ball is knocked out of bounds. Courtney Roberts had it, but
Al, you know what's really, really nice to see is someone the size of Chauncey Dixon. She's not just going from block to block. I mean, she's at the point sometimes.
Oh, she's
at
all
the
around,
wing.
yeah,
She's
she
everywhere. And that's what college coaches eventually are going to see. She's just not a block-to-block player. She's active everywhere.
she's working
Nice
the whole
move.
floor. Price scores down low. Like I said, a late addition to our roster. But Price has gotten into the stat book tonight with a bucket.
She's averaging 6 points a game, so hopefully she'll be able to do some things and score. 31-9, cross-court pass. And there's Chauncey outside. Look at this, point guard.
Oh yeah, he ran it all.
I like that. I love
Joycelyn
that.
Holder, seventh grader in the ball game right now, number 25 for Leroy, along with Marley Dixon right there. That is Chauncey's sister. She's a seventh grader as well. And he's throwing that one away, a turnover to Citronelle. But as I said, they get it back. Mariah Barnes with the steal, and she is fouled on the play right there under the goal, under the basket. Going to call that on the floor. I believe Courtney Roberts picks up her first foul. Tyson May, Randall Law, and Jason Powell handling the action tonight. There will be a shooting foul for Mariah Barnes as she goes to the line to shoot 2. Only the second trip to the free throw line tonight for Leroy.
It's a fast-paced game, and I know that Citronelle doesn't want it that way, but that's what happens when you're a good pressing team. Other teams that don't want to get up and down the court, you make them go up and down the court. And we said that at the beginning of the game tonight. It's going to be Leroy wanting to be able to run up and down the court, and Citronelle's going to want to be slowing it down. Definitely the speed-up game is winning.
Approaching 1 minute left in the first half here. All Leroy from the get-go. They opened up to an 8-0 lead before Citronelle can get their first bucket tonight. Ball over to Leroy once again, a familiar tune we've been singing, Coach Arrow.
Yeah. You know, the Citronelle girls have got to learn. They haven't won a game this year, but again, the coach says they come, they work every day. They just got to get better. They're young and just need to hold them together.
Traveling call against Barnes, and right now on the floor for Leroy, you're looking at a sophomore, 2 sophomores, a 7th grader, an 8th grader, and I believe another junior on the floor. It is all future for Leroy.
32-9, it's a great time to get your young kids in and give them experience. They're not going to get any better sitting on the bench.
You're right about that. Almost stolen by Ellie Reed. 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Emma Sutherland just waving right there at the free throw line. I'm open, get it to me. She puts the shot up, not enough leg on it.
Good hustle.
Good hustle by Rivers. 13 seconds from Citronelle. Make it double digits, and
Nice
they
score.
do. Getting it down to Price. The freshman gets it in, so Citronelle at 11. Our score is going to be 32-11. 2 quarters of dominating action shown by Leroy. And just as you said, as we talked about it, Coach Aaron, they're going to shoot it. They're going to score it, come back, press. They're going to steal it, score it, press, and
get
press
it
and
back.
score and get it back in.
Yeah, they're relentless, you know, and when you have size and quickness to cover, it makes for a whole lot of turnovers for the other team.
It really does. So, and we'll try to get the stats up right quick. Let's see if we'll have those if they're composed. But before they come up, just a total domination by Leroy. Something we kind of expected, but, you know, we're going to see what Citronelle is going to do. And there are the stats right there, Coach. It tells it 15-32 from the field for Leroy tonight.
Yeah, the big stat that's not up there, it's 19-8 in turnovers.
8 rebounds by Citronelle. Did not fall for rebounds, but no free throws. Did not go to the line one time. Only 3 fouls, team fouls committed by Leroy. So Leroy on top, 32-11. Well, I want to let you know the MCPSS Signature Academies are preparing students to be both college and career ready. This program allows students the opportunity to participate in real-world hands-on assignments connected to a specific career theme. To find out more about Signature Academies, visit academiesofmobile.com. And right now you can learn more about the Mobile County Public School System's Signature Academies.
Mobile County Public Schools have endless options to prepare you to be college and career ready. The academies of Mobile County Public Schools are small learning communities that afford students in the 10th through the 12th grade the opportunity to participate in real-world, hands-on assignments connected to a specific career theme. Let's take a look at the Signature Academies offered at our 12 high schools in Mobile County Public Schools. The AP Capstone Academy at Baker High School houses a prestigious diploma program created by College Board, which is highly recognized by universities and colleges around the world. Along with 23 content-driven advanced placement courses, the 2 capstone courses develop student skills in research, analysis, evidence-based arguments, collaboration, writing, and presenting. Perfect for preparing students for continuing their academic careers in college and beyond. Ben C. Rain High School is home to the Signature Academy of Aviation and Aerospace. Students have the opportunity to learn about career and college opportunities available in aviation technology and aerospace engineering, including the opportunity to be part of a team building an actual airplane in the Academy's hangar. At Ben C. Rain High School, we are building the future of aviation, one student at a time. Blunt High School's Academy of Pre-Med, Medical, and Advanced Healthcare Careers is designed for students who would like to pursue a career in the fields of medicine, pharmacy, nursing, allied health technology, systems management, optometry, and dentistry. Foundation and skill-based courses prepare students for careers in health sciences through classroom instruction, laboratory experiences, and service-related activities in community convalescence and hospital facilities. Murphy High School is where excellence in academics meets tradition. Become part of the Panther legacy by joining the tradition of excelling through the Academy of International Baccalaureate and Early College. Students who enroll in this rigorous program will excel in their studies and personal growth. Past students have stated that participating in the Academy of International Baccalaureate prepared them to enter college. They also made lifelong friends and received individualized instruction. The Biomedical Academy at Mary G. Montgomery High School is a comprehensive overview of the biomedical industry. Graduates of the program are prepared to start work as an entry-level lab tech in most medical labs or to take on the demanding courses needed for certification in any medical field. Williamson High School's Academy of Maritime Engineering and Entrepreneurship is designed to expose students to a wide range of careers in the maritime industry, engineering, or the business worlds. The Maritime Academy helps students build skills in the welding, multi-craft, and electrical fields. Through the Engineering Academy, students gain experience with general engineering design and application, readying them for in-demand post-secondary engineering programs. The Entrepreneurship Academy provides students with the knowledge and skills necessary for economic success in the 21st century. Williamson's motto is Great Expectations in Pursuit of Excellence. They strive to build students' character and prepare them for tomorrow by providing them with unique educational training. The Academy of Coastal Studies at Bryant High School provides 5 pathways for students to empower themselves with the knowledge and skills needed to protect and preserve the environment and the livelihood of the beautiful Gulf Coast. Students may choose from coastal environmental studies, agri-science, fisheries management and aquaculture, maritime and industrial technologies, and recreation, travel, and tourism. Because of the close connection between the pathways, students have the option to take courses in multiple pathways, providing an even wider base for career or collegiate opportunities. The John L. LaFleur Magnet High School Academy of Law, Arts, and Health Services has been designed to combine a college preparatory and technical curriculum with a career theme. Our students have the opportunity to explore different pathways through networking and hands-on engagement within their career fields of interest. The Academy of Advanced Information Technology at Viger High School provides entry-level experience in programming and software development, networking systems, and active multimedia in a multi-user computing environment. The Academy prepares students with real-world experience for in-demand employment opportunities in an ever-changing world. Davidson High School is the home of 2 signature academies, the Engineering Pathways Integrated Curriculum, or EPIC, and the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program, or IB. The IB Diploma Program is a specialized curriculum which emphasizes both breadth and depth of knowledge by focusing on higher order thinking and communicating the knowledge gained in each of the core areas, foreign language, and an art. EPIC is a specialized math and science curriculum that prepares students for post-secondary college and careers in one of its 3 pathways, engineering, biomedical, or computer science. We would love for you to come see the Davidson difference for yourself. Theodore High School's Academy of Industry and Engineering strives to develop young people who are college and career ready after high school. The programs boost opportunities for students to excel in a career by giving them advantageous skill sets while developing connections through local business partners. Citronelle High School hosts the Academy of Manufacturing, offering experience in the field of manufacturing through opportunities such as dual enrollment in the welding program at Bishop State Community College and internships with multiple local companies throughout the school year. Companies looking to hire skilled workers, such as students trained in the Academy of Manufacturing. There is a world of opportunity awaiting students through signature academies. Which academy will you choose?
To find out more about those academies, visit academiesofmobile.com. We're going to take a quick break and come back and bring you the second half of Leroy and Citronelle. You're watching the Mcpss High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ayla, hi.
Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you?
Good, how are things?
Things couldn't be better.
What do you mean?
Well, I just started this new job as a school teacher with the Mobile County Public Schools, and it has been a life changer. Great benefits, the hours are great, and great students. Just overall, it's a great opportunity.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. I'm going to look into that.
You should.
For more information, visit mcpss.com/job opportunities.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
Welcome to LaFleur High School, where we are committed to graduating students that are college and career ready. We look forward to seeing you for a campus visit soon.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow giving you the action. Time for second half action. In first half, Chauncey Dixon put on quite a show, Coach Arrow.
She's averaging 23 points a game and 15 rebounds. At halftime, she had 14 points, so she's well going to be over what she's averaging unless Mom decides not to play her much. Because she's so active, she's going to score, she's going to rebound.
Correct.
She's going to get steals.
She is past halfway to her average for tonight. Payne bring the ball across the timeline. Nice pick set up right there. Al Weaver, they running the play pretty good. And out here on the perimeter, Chauncey Dixon.
She's going to flash down low.
I don't think we've seen her hit a three yet, Coach.
No.
Think it's been all 2 pointers.
But you know what? She hadn't tried either.
Okay, maybe that's it. She hadn't shot one yet.
I don't know if that's in her repertoire or not.
We're going to find out. Nice little head
drive and
fake.
pass.
Weaver puts it up, rims off. Dixon gets the rebound, and she is double teamed down low. And look at Citronelle trying to make something happen there. To get the steal, the ball's going to remain with them.
Well, they had a good defensive time down the court, got the ball, and now is going down, has a chance to score.
Trying to work it down low to Breonna Price, ball knocked away by Dixon.
(32-11), just starting the third quarter between Citronelle and Leroy.
Ball almost stolen by Leroy right there. They're still putting the pressure in. We're going to have a foul committed. We'll call that on Mariah Barnes. First team foul.
Leroy is real active in that 1-2-2. See if they trap out of it. Nice pass down low.
Price tries to kick it back up top.
I think Leroy's energy is perked up.
Another quick foul on the side over here. I think that's going to be on Ellie Reed. That's her second. 2 quick fouls picked up by the Lady Bears.
I'm impressed with Heaven White for Citronelle. She's quick, and she's only a 9th grader. Need a little bit more space and
another foul. This is going to be going against Leroy again. So that's back-to-back fouls against the Lady Bears. Kaylee Weaver picks up her second.
Evan White bringing the ball down the court. Leroy still in that hat. They're not trapping quite as much pressure, bringing as much pressure as they did the first half. They're sort of hesitant.
Right. Kind of surprised here. As I just said, back-to-back fouls called against the Lady Bears. We're still at 32-11 here, approaching 6 minutes.
Kyla.
Another foul. Ooh, that's going to be a screen set up as Mikala Payne, is going to get her with the hand.
She's the second leading scorer at 11 points. She needs to get a little bit more active out there.
They call that one on Chauncey Dixon. That's Dixon's second foul. Look at the steal by Weaver, but she is ripped. And the steal and score by Crystalyn Davis of Citronelle.
Look, they're starting to put a little bit more pressure. They get a few more of those kind of steals, and
kind of
they
get you
get
back
back
there.
into this thing. They got to get some stops. 32 points. They can't let them get some quick buckets.
There's a three right there put up by Leroy, no good. Breonna Price with the rebound. He's got to get rid of that, Coach. You just can't stand there in the paint. It was stolen, but Citronelle does get it back. Davis looks like she's going to probably take it to the hole, pulls it back out.
Good smart move.
There's Heaven White again with the ball. And we're going to have a foul right in front of the official.
Looks like Chauncey Dixon. Looks like she might have bumped her knees. She's hesitant a little bit on it.
Foul going to be called against Citronelle. May have been Courtney Roberts. We're waiting to get the official word from our statistician at the game, Matt Moore.
You know, the turnovers out. It's staying double. Right now, Citronelle has 20. I have them for 20, and I have Leroy for 10.
Working over Dixon. He puts it up off the glass, no good. Good rebound right there by Emma Sullivan. They immediately collapse on her, force the pressure, and coming out. Chauncey Dixon, Coach, you're right. If you get it, they put the heat on you quick.
Oh, there's your three.
There's a three, Coach. There, we talked it up. Good rebound by Heaven White.
Good for her. I don't know if Mom wanted that shot, but she's going to take it. She was open.
She was open. A foul right there. That foul committed by Kaylee Weaver. That was right in front of the official. We have some substitutions coming into the ball game right here for Leroy.
So in the next 3-4 weeks, they have a rule in the state of Alabama, 7th graders through 12th graders can't go to an outside instructor like myself, what we do in the classroom for drills and for skill work with kids. But after they get through, the rule says from their first game to their last game, or their school ball, then they can start coming back. So we've got an elite camp that'll be starting in the classroom right after the season. And right now, we also have 2nd grade through 6th graders, and then we'll get our 7th graders through 12th graders back. We start on February the 7th, the first Tuesday in February. We'll have our first time back across the bay in Fairhope at Fairhope United Methodist Church, and we'll have 2nd graders through 12th graders then.
You'll have a gym full of them, Coach Aaron. Well, we're time out on the floor right here.
There's some good young kids coming, boys and girls, coming up in this town.
Good. We're coming up headed your way. When you need to know what's happening in Mobile County Public Schools, tune into Inside Education. It will give you an in-depth look at issues that affect your child right here on the MCPSS TV network. That's Inside Education. Right now, you're inside of the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Leroy in control, 34-13. But Coach, quite significant. Only 2 buckets scored by each team so far here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think both bunches are bringing more effort right now. So with Citadel bringing the effort, it's putting a little bit more pressure on Leroy. I also might say it's fun to do the games here in the studio. But I'm looking at that young lady on the monitor eating those nachos. Those things look good. Those things look good.
You can't get that in the MCPSS studio. Sports Central, Coach.
Can we call up Wade? The nachos need to be coming.
Foul on the play. That foul is going to be against Haley Boykin. She had just checked in for Leroy. Her first foul. I have Leroy with 16 fouls, and I'm looking at the scoreboard in the gym, and I'm correct, Coach. My eyes kind of deceived me, but Leroy has 16 fouls. They did have 3 back-to-back-to-back.
Right.
But on the next one, we'll put Citronelle in the bonus, and they may get opportunity.
Nice offensive
Haley Boykin,
rebound.
nice little put in right there.
Tell you what, I keep saying Heaven White, 9th grader, she's bringing the ball up and she's playing like she's a senior.
She is.
She took a three. She was open. She's got a chance to be really good.
Some substitutions checking in. Payne bringing the ball up across the timeline. Throw it down. Right there from the elbow goes Dixon.
Nice finish.
Couple of dribbles and wrapped it on up.
Did a power move to the hole and laid it up. Very nice.
And there's that pressure, but a foul's going to be committed, I believe, by Leroy right there. That foul on Ellie Reed, that's going to be her third 17 foul against Leroy.
As White gets older, she's going to try not to be able to try and go through two defenders, or she'll start looking up the court to throw over the trap. But right now, she's trying to break two people down every time, and she needs to look up court. And she's young, a ninth grader, but she's getting experience.
She's at the line shooting 1-on-1, makes the first one with confidence there. Evan White shoots 66% from the free throw line.
Weaver is a sophomore. She's gotten in and gotten some key rebounds.
Drains both of them.
I like her. I like White. She's going to be a good player, only in the ninth grade.
3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Go back to that same play where Dixon just scored. They're working it across the perimeter.
Nice ball movement.
Barnes kind of pulled that one off of her hip.
Citronelle's got to come up with those loose balls like that. 15 to 38 with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Emma Sullivan
Nice
finds
pass.
Price down low. Price trying to use the glass, can't work. That shot blocked by Leroy. And look at Mariah Barnes just take it away. But it's going to be Citronelle's basketball on the jump ball there.
Well, at this point, Leroy's 8-6. It looks like, something that's still early, but looks like they might be coming up with their 9th win of the year. And the biggest thing for Citronelle is to be able to just keep showing improvement, keep hustling.
Correct.
Not standing around. And I think Coach Turner, she knows what she in store for her. She'll get them to work.
Genovia Ezel about the inbounds for Citronelle. Correction, that was Kristen Davis. There's Heaven White, Coach. You talking about her earlier. That was a travel. We could see that from here. J.C. Rivers forgot to pass it before she walked. She walked before she passed it.
Their spacing out in front has got to be more than what they're too close together trying to make passes. That's what caused that turnover.
Mm-hmm. Nice pressure being put on
Nice
right there
ball
by Davis. Back down low to Dixon. She escapes it. So they're going to call 3 seconds. She took a nap in the lane, Coach Arrow. You cannot do that.
You see 3 seconds called about once a year now.
Yeah.
That's their one time for the year.
It's a rare call. I don't see it too often. Now, I did do the MLK tournament Monday over at Bishop State, and I saw 2 3-second calls in the same game during one game. So,
wow.
Something else.
Well, you can book.
It's a rarity, though.
You can book. If they're calling 3 seconds, they must have been camped out for 10 seconds.
Yep.
Because they don't like to call that.
Now, you hear the fans chanting it all the time.
But
the refs don't call it right.
Yeah. I wish they would widen the lanes. I think
kind of like the European model. Yeah, opening lanes up a bit more.
Not going out. Just open them up.
Just make them wide.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I coached the United States Junior World Cup team in Uruguay, that's a completely different shot the way that they have those lines there because they veer out.
Right, they're veering out. You're saying more so in the high school game is maybe time to move them out a bit?
1 foot on each side, 2 feet total.
Nice inbounds pass to Dixon, and she is just fouled on the play right there by Brianna Price. that she lets her know, hey, I'm here.
You know, the girls on the team do a really good job. When somebody is scoring 23 points a game, they're not just going and scoring them on their own. They do a good job. Coach Dixon has taught the girls to get the ball inside. But the biggest thing is that Chauncey is active. She's just not there on the ball putting her hand up. She'll go outside, then she'll flash the post. And they get her the ball when she's open.
She missed that first free throw. You can see that she was fouled on the replay right there. Quick release, missed both of them.
She needs to take a little bit more time on her free throws and look up at that rim for 1 or 2 seconds to where she's shooting the ball. She's just coming up firing.
Leroy fortunate they get the turnover from Citronelle right there. 1:23 remaining in the third quarter. As they try to go down low, no one home except the Lady Wildcats, who knock it out of bounds again. So we'll move to this side of the baseline with Barnes inbounding the ball for Leroy. And trying to get it back down to Dixon, thrown away, but cannot be controlled by Citronelle's. Leroy gets a shot up. Dixon with the rebound.
To the hole and a foul.
And she's fouled as she goes to the hole. I believe they're going to get Heaven White on that one, Coach. Third team foul against Citronelle. This will be another shooting foul for the 6'3" sophomore, leading scorer on the team for the Lady Bears.
Let's see if she looks at the rim before she shoots. Still real quick. Take your time, young lady. You have 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Take 2 of them to look at that rim right in the eye and put it right over that cup.
Coach, you're giving out some free classroom advice.
Free classroom. She can come. I'd like to have her and our elite group come on Monday nights after the season. We've got some good girls that'll be there. And in the classroom, the guys go against the girls.
There you go. That makes for competitive action. Loose ball there. I was about to say 4 straight misses from the charity stripe for Leroy. But they get the ball back here after that loose ball by Citronelle.
You know, there hadn't been a whole lot of scoring going on this second half.
It has not.
That tells me that the energy level for both bunches might have gone down. Tired a little bit, not quite as active.
Oh, Weaver's not
Nice
tired.
drive.
Look at her going to the hole, Coach. Her and her 3 fouls. She said, I'm going to keep my points tonight.
And did you see how she went?
Yeah.
Left-handed.
Sure did. Sure did.
Left-handed. All you young ladies out there, use that left now so when you get on the varsity in high school, they won't make you go left because they'll take your right away.
You're already used to it, yep. She took it to the hole left-handed, Coach. Citronelle inbounding. Chloe Lynn passes it over. That's a long 3. It is not good by J.C. Rivers. Under 30 seconds here. On the move, Mariah Barnes. She was looking for the foul, did not get it, and they're just thrown away. And who's on the spot? Haley Weaver. The pass over to Barnes. Barnes puts it up, no good. I'm sorry, that was Payne, Michaela Payne. We were still fighting for the shot, and we're going to have a foul on the floor here.
On that one sequence, they had 3 offensive rebounds. That's why they're averaging 37 rebounds a game.
Wow. Emma Weaver with the push, her second foul, 4th team foul against the Lady Wildcats at Citronelle. Payne's going to put up the 3. Rims out. Oh, they just simply gave it back to not the person right you want to do that to, Chauncey Dixon. You know what she's going to do? Put it in the hole. 42-15 is our score after 3 quarters. Leroy all in control.
(24 to 11).
Oh, that's 3.
A teacher is one of the biggest investors in a community.
They impact the lives of those we value the most.
Teachers share knowledge which helps shape and mold our future leaders.
Teachers show direction and help build a sense of purpose.
Are you ready to make a change? For more information on teaching opportunities, teacher incentives, or to apply with the Mobile County Public Schools, log on to www.mcpss.com.
Parents of MCPSS students, I need you to listen up because we have a podcast for you. Join hosts Renee Phillips and Justin Tolbert as they talk about education and parenting on Learning Leading Now. They interview special guests about issues that concern your child and educational issues. That's Learning Leading Now. Download and listen today on Spotify or your favorite podcast app. Leading now is Leroy, 42-15 on top of Citronelle as we go into the last quarter of action. So, Coach, as you go into this quarter, what do you think Coach Carol Turner's told the young ladies?
Well,
what's a number we want to get to, or what's a number we don't want to get them to get to?
The biggest thing in a game like this, you want your girls to keep their composure, not just jog up and down the court, and not give up. They need to be able to keep running their plays, doing the things, but have effort, because nobody wants to see anybody just quit.
Right.
It'll bring the character out in them, and again, they're young, and for the future, they have to be playing for the future.
Payne brings it up.
See what they've done, they've brought their 1-2-2 zone back. They're not putting quite as much pressure
Weaver
as
loses the
far
ball.
out.
Dixon recovers. See if she'll put up another three before the game is our Coach Aaron. And stepping out right in front of our cameraman, Michaela Payne, so that's going to be a turnover to the Lady Wildcats of Citronelle.
25-13 in turnovers. That's the way to look at it. Can't put the ball in one hand like that.
Stolen by Payne. She's trying to make up for it and drops it in with the easy layup.
That's another young lady that I like, a junior at 6'1". She plays the point guard a lot of the times. She's got, if she'll work this summer and get skills in and play in a good AAU team, she's got a chance her senior year to be looked at college coaches. College coaches like size that can go outside and do things.
White about to inbound the ball for Citronelle after that loose ball. Throws it up high, cannot be brought in by Emma Weaver and stolen by Leroy, but Ellie Reed dribbles it out of bounds, so we'll go back the other way for the Lady Wildcats.
44-15, 6 minutes left to go.
White is trapped in the corner. He double teamed her. I thought that was a double dribble by Kaylee Weaver, but I'm not an official on the court.
You know, in games like this, the coaches and the officials, they're going to call the game, but if something's close, they're probably going to let it go.
Just let it slide.
Yeah.
It'd have to be pretty
nice wide open
flagrant
shot. Good rebound.
Quite obvious at that point.
See, like right there, my girl that I really like, she's really doing a good job.
Michaela Payne.
Yeah, she needs to work on that left hand. She should have crossed over and went with that left hand to the. There she's using.
Oh, you mean
hand.
Heaven White?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
She's picked up a dribble too close to the timeline. And the timeout call right there by Carol Turner. You can see her try to bail her out. No one was there for her to pass the ball, and the defense was collapsing. This is going to be a full timeout here called by Coach Turner. Don't forget, coming up next, the boys will be in action. We'll see Leroy versus Citronelle as they go for the double sweep because Leroy beat Citronelle early this season as well, Coach. So the Bears trying to do the double sweep tonight against Citronelle.
That should be a good game. We hope that this one will be a closer game. Everybody likes close games, but the best thing is when you have a game that both teams are putting out good effort and doing the best that they can.
And I will say both coaches, all four coaches were quite excited to learn that they were going to be featured this week for the MCPSS game of the week, as a matter of fact.
We've made some pretty good rounds. We've tried to encompass all of the different ones here in the city and the area that we can.
Citronelle is going to get the ball here, inbound to get 6:03 remaining in the contest.
I have had a lot of basketball junkies, you might call them.
Oh, yeah.
Either text or call and say that they've seen our productions on TV and they really appreciate getting the high school kids on TV.
Absolutely. Moody's shot comes up short. Look at Weaver hustling up the court. Her pass a bit too crisp for Ellie Reed. Reed's only 4'10", Coach Arrow. I think she needs some more Flintstone vitamins to catch up and get that one.
Yeah. But that was good that she was looking up at the court, not looking down. If she would have caught it, she would have had a layup. 44-15 with 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter.
Moody trying to force it down low to Emma Sullivan. He turned it over.
Nice
down
hustle.
on the floor, hustling for the ball.
Look at everybody on the floor
Ellie
trying to
Reed,
get that ball.
the smallest young lady on the court at 5'4", giving it the best she can. She is an 8th grader playing up.
Coach needs to go ahead and say 5 feet.
Not 14, Coach.
Not 14. 5. Hey, nobody's gonna check 5 feet.
Like I said, I could fudge up a little bit, but when I saw that, I said, man, 14. But, you know.
But she's young. She's got growing areas.
Speaking of 4'10", Monday I had the privilege of calling a middle school game at the MLK tournament. It was Clark Shaw against Faith Academy, and Clark Shaw had a kid that was 4'11". And for some reason, Coach Arrow, Clark Shaw has a lot of tall kids, some 6'3" guys. These middle school kids, 6'3", 6 feet. But that 4'11" kid came out there, and he was handling the rock, Coach. He was handling the rock. Like, you guys, your height does not affect me at all. So, you know, he knew what to do with the ball. I put it to you that way.
And those big kids for them also, they glad they had some good guards.
Yeah, they needed to get that ball down to them. 5:29 remaining. It's going to be Leroy's basketball here under their own goal. I mean, on their own side of the floor.
I don't think, has Chauncey come out of the game yet? I think she's been
I don't believe she has, Coach. If she may have come out sometime in the second quarter. Weaver
Nice drive.
drops it in. As now the lead extends to 31. And we'll see if the officials will say this will impose a running clock from here out. We'll see if they say anything about that. The shot no good. Leroy basketball.
Kaylee Weaver, number 30, senior. She's 5 foot out. She's put forth a lot of good effort.
She
Got
has.
some good shots tonight.
Good hustle. Weaver with the ball, a little give and go right there. And down low, wide open. Can't make the shot. Genovia Ezel. We have a foul on the play. I'm going to call that one on Breonna Price. 15 foul against Citronelle. Heading to the line to shoot. Name we haven't called tonight, a 7th grader, Jemiah Howard.
That's great that Coach is getting her young girls in there, getting some experience. That'll really help them for years to come. And for practices to come.
Correct.
Know that they're going to get into games when they can.
Correction on that foul. It wasn't on Price. It was on Courtney Roberts. Thanks to our statistician, Matt Moore. That's Roberts' 3rd foul. We have another foul on the play. This one's going to be against Leroy, I believe. We'll assess that to Genovia Ezel, her first. That's 18 fouls, so it should be 1-1 for Citronelle to go to the line as they now form the free throw position. And Tashiana Moody's going to go to the line shooting 51%.
She's averaging 5.7 points a game. That's not good concentration.
Misses the first.
Oh.
And Leroy gets the rebound. And a foul is going to be called against Citronelle.
Yeah, that was on Reed. She
Yeah.
did forearm shiver. she didn't have quite as much space as she wanted, so she just forearm shivered the girl in front of her. the girl that she forearm shivered caught one in the mouth. So she's over there being attended to.
Almost a backcourt violation on Marley Dixon, but she kept her stance. Shot up no good. Citronelle rebounds it. There's Heaven White once again with the ball, Coach Arrow.
Right there.
Stutter step.
Yeah, right there she could have crossed over, gone that left hand and gotten to the lane.
And that's the pass you don't want to throw. That moon pie brought down by Chauncey Dixon as she looks to field the lane. And look at there, thrown up and scored. Number 23, Jemiah Howell, one of 3 seventh graders, Coach Arrow. Howell averages 1.3 points per game, and she got it right there.
That was Chauncey throwing it to her, and when you said thrown up, that came from the hip.
It did, literally.
It looked like a quick draw. Good for her, 7th grader. She'll be going to sleep tonight thinking about that shot that she got tonight.
She will. I'm sure she's going to try to get a couple more if she can as we approach 2 minutes.
And now we got Dixon bringing the ball down the court. Good firm pass.
She's pretty much done it all except hit a 3. She's blocked shots, gotten assists, made steals, brought it up the court.
Nice spin move. Nice spin
White
move.
with the spin move as she is fouled on the play.
I'm sure if there's one thing that Coach Dixon is going to be happy with, they've got 15 turnovers, actually 16 turnovers right now.
Ellie Reed with her 4th personal foul.
That'll give them something to work on, even though it's a blowout.
Right.
Coaches don't like turnovers.
You're right. Even if you're blowing out, you don't want to have those turnovers. They can come through to be costly.
Let's see if she takes her time. Nice.
Drains the second. .48-16. Leroy didn't quite hit their team average. They had about, 32 at the half, Coach, but we thought they were going to kind of have that same offensive output in the second half, but it really slowed down for them.
And I said at halftime that I thought Chauncey Dixon was going to get her average at 23. She's been sort of quiet. She had 14 at halftime. I'm not so sure that
right.
I think she will get 23, but I don't think much more than that.
Reed puts up the free throw. That's the first made free throw this half for Leroy. They are 1 for 5. Courtney Roberts with that foul. That's her 4th foul. Checking in for Leroy, number 25, Joycelyn Holder, another 7th grader.
Yeah, Ellie Reed, number 10, is an 8th grader. Steps up there.
4-10 and banks it in, Coach Arrow.
You have to call backboard.
Not on a free throw. Not on a free throw. You can see the square is waiting right there for
She's all right.
50-16 is our score, approaching 1 minute, actually 63 seconds left in the contest. Don't forget the boys are going to be up next. We'll take a little small break.
Use that left hand and get by her. See there, she just doesn't want to go left.
Boy Lane shot up, no good. And there I see the running clock. I guess they had to get under 1 minute and decide they would do the running clock. But I'm not working the scores table or the game clock. So.
Either that or they're eating some of those nachos and not knowing what's going on. Those nachos got my attention.
Coach, you got to get your snack before you come to the games. Maybe what it is.
I wouldn't even thought about it till I saw it.
You saw them, yeah.
Our cameraman's got to stay away from the nachos
the
and the hot dogs.
puts it up. Joycelyn Holder, her shot rims out. And that's going to be our ball game, 50-16, as the Leroy Lady Bears completely dominated Citronelle tonight, but you couldn't tell by the cheerleaders right there as they're excited.
They're excited. They're on TV.
Campus. They'll get another ball game. The boys will be up next. So 50-16 is the final score. As we said, complete domination by Leroy. But you thought they would have scored some more points in the second half, Coach. You said they averaged around 63 a game.
63.
So a bit less than what we thought we'd see in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think Chauncey was scoring like she was the first, but they were getting the ball into her. But again, you get sort of lackadaisical in games like this when you get real far ahead.
Yeah.
But and then again, Chauncey went outside. She was running point guard, so she took herself away from the goals. But good game for them. Both bunches have something to go back and work on.
Correct.
And get after it in practice and come back for the next one.
Take a look at the final statistics for the ball game right there. 20 rebounds by Leroy, 14 by Citronelle. After that, only 3-pointers, 1 for 5 for each team. We didn't see very many threes tonight.
Yeah, not many at all, but the difference is field goals, 22 out of 52 for Leroy.
Yeah, that's a
6
big
out of
difference
20.
right there.
Yeah, with all the turnovers at Citronelle, it took away. They couldn't have many shots. When you turn it over, you don't get shots.
You can't get into a rhythm and get going. So that's going to wrap it up for this ball game. We'll take a break and come back, and we're going to bring you the boys in action. It'll be Leroy and Citronelle. Don't move. The MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week continues.